that looks class. Obviously this is completely outside my comfort zone. You have the power to speed, but you're just cruising.
I spent years riding sports bikes, so Harley-Davidson was never really on my radar. But after riding these two bikes back to back, one of them completely changed what I thought a Harley could be. I wasn't trying to become a Harley rider today. I just wanted to see if there was anything in their lineup that could genuinely appeal to someone coming from a super sport. Naturally, I started with the Nightster. It's smaller, lighter, and looked like the bike I'd probably connect with the most.
Yeah. Let's go straight into sport mode. See, completely different bike, different engine. But again, we're gonna approach it from the position of a sports bike rider. And not bad. First impressions, obviously sitting position completely different than a S1000RR. Seat is different, definitely different than the S1K. It holds you more, so you have the little kind of back support as well. Underneath, actually, there's like a little bulge. Oh, see, that's not my bulge. Yeah, that's different. I don't know what way to have my legs. Obviously, that's something that you need to get used to. Arms are very wide, smooth overall. Yeah, a bit speechless actually. I think first time ever. Nice intake noise, very responsive brake. No quick shifter. I don't know if that's something that's expected on a Harley of this type. Kind of reminds me of the, well, it doesn't remind me, it just brings me back to what I started on, which was a Yamaha Dragster 125. I know it's a bit of a change from that to go to a S1000RR, but it's enjoyable. Again, like I mentioned, it's important to try different bikes because you never know what you like. I can see why people buy these bikes just to cruise, like, you know, you can definitely enjoy yourself. So yeah, I had a big long spiel with Black Jixer up in front there on the Sportster Special. Never thought I'd heard a day where Black Jixer says that he'd actually buy a Harley-Davidson.
The Nightster wasn't trying to be a sport bike, and that's exactly why it worked. Instead of comparing it to my S1000RR, after every corner I found myself appreciating it for what it was. A relaxed, torquey bike that was far more enjoyable than I'd expected.
So again, very enjoyable spin. Would I rather this, let's say, over the Pan Am ST? Probably not.
I wasn't the only one putting Harley to the test. The lads were out riding different bikes too. So before I jumped onto the Pan Am ST, let's hear what they had to say.
Paul, give us a rundown.
Yeah, the bike was nice. The only problem is the low profile tyre on the rough roads in Ireland hurt my arse a lot. Never really got to open it up, which is a bit of a pity, but yeah, it's kind of cool.
What bike was that?
That was the Breakout. 100% thinking about buying one, just selling both kidneys and a testicle.
Nice. And what's the next bike?
Fat Boy.
Excited?
Always.
Well, what were you riding?
Nightster Special. Very nice bike. Didn't get out of second gear. Comfy. Gangster. My ass is sore. Tailbone, yeah, I was hitting off the seat. Other than that, very nice. Very aggressive position.
What's the next bike?
Sportster S.
It was interesting how different our views were. It just goes to show Harley's lineup isn't a one size fits all. There really is something for different riding styles. But as for me, there was still one bike left to ride, and it turned out to be the biggest surprise of the day.
Pan Am ST. Your man said to try out the sport mode, get comfortable with it, have fun. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Wow, this is crazy. I want to approach this video from a perspective of a sports bike rider. Obviously this is completely outside my comfort zone, and like I mentioned in a lot of different videos, it's always best to ride different bikes, get different experiences. At the end of the day, you know, you can see that there's sport bike riders riding Harleys, there's Harley riders that have sport bikes as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's all a community, it's all a spirit. But what can I say about my first impressions on the Pan America ST 2026? It is torquey. It is very torquey. It's smooth. I'm in sport mode straight away. Big TFT display with all the information that you need. Not overly distracting as well, which is what I like. Very nimble bike, very comfortable. Coming from a sports bike rider, obviously the seating position completely different. I'm so much more comfortable. I'm actually in my cargos today and just a jacket, just to get the kind of full feel of the bike. I think this has a auto blipper down. You can try it here. Yeah, it does. Yeah, beautiful. Bit kind of stiffer than, let's say, some of the other bikes that I've ridden, the sport bikes, but very responsive. Yeah, we'll see what it's like here coming into the corner with the slow maneuvers. It's a big and heavy bike, but it doesn't feel like a big and heavy bike. I can see why Harley decided to take this direction and give this kind of crossover between a tourer and what they stand for. So wow, that is torquey. That is very torquey. very nice intake sound. I don't feel alienated here on this bike, actually. Coming from an S1000 rider, obviously I'm not going to compare power and speed, because that's not what this is meant to be about. It's meant to be about a sport bike rider basically hopping on this bike and first impressions. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how well it handles. There's good feedback. The overall build quality of this bike is phenomenal. Like, it just feels solid. It's crazy. Like, that Harley-Davidson did this. Like, that the fact that they said, okay, let's try to accommodate a wider range of people and build something like this, that an S1K rider can just hop on and be like, yeah, do you know what, I could ride this. I'd actually enjoy it. Like, overall impressions, very comfortable bike, plenty of torque, all the gadgets. Obviously can't explore them more given the fact that, you know, can't connect my phone, etc, etc. But yeah, fair play to Harley-Davidson for putting this out and kind of trying to appeal to a different kind of audience than maybe what they're normally used to. That's what I really like about, I suppose, brand these days, is that they have to step outside their comfort zone. They have to do different things in order to keep the brand alive, keep selling, because the generations are changing. And for things like this, you know, an open day where you can actually test ride one of these bikes and say, yeah, this is something for me. So overall, very, very impressed by this bike. Big shout out to Harley-Davidson that's organizing this. Very well done, very good roads. Yeah, what else can I say? Coming from a sport bike rider, I think it's enjoyable. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I think that it's definitely a bike that you could hop on and even have. I was already considering getting a sports tour. Obviously my first choice will be S1000RR, but no, with bikes like these, brand new, out of the box, has everything you could ever want. Nice and nimble in the corners, all the information that you need. Yeah, it's a phenomenal bike. Definitely highly recommend checking out an ST if you're looking to get into basically sports touring. Yeah, overall phenomenal bike, phenomenal ride. Look at the views. Who would have ever thought that a sport bike rider would be riding a Pan Am ST?
Coming into this day, I thought Harley-Davidson just wasn't for me. As someone who has spent years riding sports bikes, I expected the riding position, the weight, and the whole experience to feel completely foreign. The Nightster surprised me with how approachable it was, but the Pan Am ST was the bike that genuinely changed my perspective. It didn't feel like a compromise. It felt like a bike I could actually see myself living with. I'm not trading my S1000RR anytime soon, but if you'd asked me before today whether I'd ever consider owning a Harley, the answer would have been no. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe that's why it's worth riding bikes outside your comfort zone. You never know which one's going to surprise you. So now I'm curious what you think. If you're a sport bike rider, would you ever consider trying a Harley after seeing this? And if you're already a Harley rider, which model do you think would be the best gateway bike for someone like me? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one and I'd love to hear your experiences. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.